Okay.
My dad, William Edward, Wild Bill, Bill Ed, or in my case, Dad. The kind of man all men should strive to be, but only if you love chaos. Dad is special. He is demanding. He is stubborn. He is hard-headed. He is fabulous. When I came into his life, he already had 2 boys. He had custody of 2 boys in the 70s. The first man in Lubbock County to be awarded custody of his children. Says a lot about what kind of man he is. Then he found my mom and I. Mom worked for him, hated him, quit because of him, and then went on a blind date with him.
They didn't say that I hated her too.
They have been married almost 50 years, and my little sister and brother are especially thankful for this. There were 5 kids growing up in our house, 16 years from top to bottom. Dad coached us all, my brothers in football and baseball, sometimes from the outfield after a heated conversation with an umpire. He taught us all how to throw, catch, and hit a ball, even coached his grandson's select baseball team. Dad worked hard. He built a business from the ground up, taught us all about good work ethic, ignored child labor laws, and made us all decide to get an education. He was successful. He had the Midas touch. Dad treated his employees like family, had them over for cookouts, bailed some of them out of jail. Dad dreamt of being a game warden. He's an outdoorsman. He loves to shoot birds and catch fish. He had to interview, a chance of a lifetime. You only get one chance. My brother, also known as number 2, had to have an emergency surgery. He, of course, with no regret, was at the hospital. Family's always been number 1. We grew up at the end of the block, on the corner by the street lamp. Cars at corner houses get broken into, often. This is how I learned my dad could run. With no shoes, in his underwear, with a gun, using colorful adjectives. All 5 kids went to Monterey. We had to. Dad, class of 1960, bleeds Columbia blue and scarlet. Still does. He eats lunch monthly with his high school cronies. Calls them the old buzzards. The ladies in the group like that a lot. That group keeps getting smaller. Dad loves the English language. Has a special fondness for colorful adjectives. We learned early on that we shouldn't talk like him, but sometimes we still do. Dad is a great storyteller, mostly because his stories are true. Yes, he did shoot arrows with M80s attached into the Church of Christ, but in his defense, they were not supposed to go into the actual church. He may or may not have been a bootlegger at age 13. And he only pretended to kill someone. It was only ketchup. The police should never have been called. He drove cool cars, and I feel certain wore a carnation with his satin jacket and rolled up 501 jeans. He tells us a lot about how cool he was. In our eyes, he still is. Dad turned 80 this week. Still sharp as a tack. Has forgotten more than most people will ever know about sports. Still loves to fish, loves his family and friends, and still uses colorful adjectives.
I do.
Freaking dude. Freaking dude. For
I
sure.
always tell them I can't speak any foreign languages at all, but I can cuss fluently in 7 of them.
I think Landon actually are in the car.
I think I've heard them all.